Hi there, welcome to Practical Piano. Today we're going to talk about accents, what they look like in your music, what they indicate for you to do or what they mean, and then how to play your accents well. Accents kind of look like tiny decrescendos, but they're not. And if you want to know what decrescendos or crescendos are, you can check out this video in the iCards in the description. Here's how you tell the difference between accents and decrescendos. Accents are written above or below the note that they belong to, and they're written over the head, which is the dot part of the note. If the stem on a note is going down, the accent will appear on top of the note head. If the stem is going up, the accent will appear below the note head. Now, what if the note has no stem? Well, then the accent will appear above or below, but it'll be close to the note that it belongs to. In contrast, a decrescendo is usually bigger, and it's usually placed below the treble clef or above the bass clef in that middle part of the music, this part. Sometimes you'll see a decrescendo above the treble clef and it'll look like this, and sometimes you'll see it below the bass clef and it'll look like this. But generally you find them in the middle, and they're generally longer. But your accents will always look like this. They'll always be smaller and close to the note. To accent means to accentuate. So when you see an accent in your music, that means you're going to play that one particular note a little bit louder than the other notes in this section. To get it a little bit louder, you're going to play with more force. All of your dynamics are relative, so when you play an accent, it should be louder relative to the rest of the section. So let's say the rest of your section is piano. Your accent will be a mezzo piano, or maybe if it's super dramatic, it'll be a mezzo forte. Let's say the section is forte. Then if you play an accent, you're going to be playing fortissimo or fortissimo. If you're not sure what those terms mean, don't worry. Check out this video in the iCards and the description for all of your basic dynamics. This video will make a lot more sense if you understand what they are. So here's the tricky part. Accents generally aren't supposed to be shocking. They're supposed to be warmer and firmer, and it's supposed to draw attention to this particular note in a section for a better artistic expression of your song. So as you're practicing accents, it can be really difficult to get that control to press firmer into the accent without being alarming. So here's how you can get a good, firm, warm feeling on your accent without that harsh sound of the stabbing motion. So generally, when you play an accent and it sounds harsh, you've gone down with too much downward force in kind of a stabbing motion like this. Here's what it sounds like on the piano. So this is the stabbing motion, very harsh sound. What you want with an accent is you want to go down with a pressing force, and you want to use the strength of your arm to press into it so that it's stronger and firmer than the rest of the section, but it isn't harsh. And this will sound like this. So as I go to lean into this accent, I'm pressing in with my arm. It's a bit of a swinging motion. It's going this way, but you don't have to focus on the swinging motion to get it. You focus on the strength in your arm. So I'm using the muscle back here and a little bit in my forearm as well. And then you control how much pressure you're putting with your finger. So you're really using the muscles in your arm to play the accent, as opposed to if you just strike down, you're actually using very little muscle, you're just dropping. You're not using your strength. Your strength comes in your arm. One thing that you can do to help yourself is you can record what you're playing and then listen back. That way you can measure, okay, am I not accenting enough? Am I accenting too much? Or does this sound like the note is coming out and it's coming out strong, but it kind of fits in this section. The section flows. That's what you're aiming for. Continue to work on playing your accents. Eventually, you'll be able to press into your finger with exactly the pressure you need to get just the right sound for your accent, but it takes time to get there. It will get easier, but you have to keep trying and be patient with yourself. You will make mistakes, and those mistakes will show you, okay, I need to press more through my arm because that sounded a little stabby. Oh, that was like really quiet, so I need to press more. Or, okay, so I pressed, so it's not shocking, but the section is really soft, so I have to press a little less because it stands out too much in this soft section. If you're playing a louder section, you might realize, oh, when I go to play this accent, I'm playing it with like all of my strength, but it doesn't sound like an accent. Well, that means that you have to take the rest of your section and make it a tiny bit softer because you've already maxed out your loudness that you're capable of. As you practice, it can be really difficult to control the sound that's coming out of your fingers. So be patient with yourself and keep trying. Practicing piano requires a lot of paying attention, a lot of trial and error. Keep practicing, keep recording and listening, and you will eventually be able to articulate those accents exactly the way you want them. If you found this video useful, please like it. If you know anyone else who wants to work on their accents, please share it with them. If you have any feedback or you want to tell me how your practice is going, leave a comment, and if you would like more, subscribe. Bye.